Hey, I did one of these once before, and when I did it, I had. Is it recording? Oh, it is good. This is very weird for me. I don't like the idea of recording straight onto YouTube because the last time I did it, I made a wonderful video for all of you, which really wasn't all that wonderful. And it deleted the entire audio because I had music playing in the background, which is apparently illegal to play on YouTube, even though all of the songs I played in the background have been on YouTube for at least 3 years. So, anyways, and those are just videos of songs. I mean, that's not even with like somebody talking over them. They just, they like somehow picked up the music in the background and said, that's illegal. And there went the entire thing, which is kind of weird since, like it's YouTube. Um, and then if you want to like complain to YouTube, that's really, really, really hard to do because, well, you can't find any real way of actually emailing them. It's it's like the never-ending telephone thing where it's like if you have a problem, please press one. If your problem is one of these problems, please press one, two, three, four, five, six, whatever. And then if once you get through about 9 different sets of things, it says, sorry, we don't have an option for your problem. Please try again later. So I gave up and decided, they do not want to get sued. So if they wanted to randomly delete my soundtrack, even though I've never uploaded any, well, all right, so I did Queen Bee and I did uh, another song by a very unknown band. Um, but like I don't have like 80 songs, and I've never like uploaded the entire Star Trek series or anything really to fuck with them. So I did feel kind of like betrayed on that one because like I use YouTube as like YouTube. So anyways, fuck, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I wonder if those words are there. And I'm sorry, I'll shut up about that. So, new things. I was on Vicodin for a while. Now I'm not. Um, that's okay. I hurt more, but that's okay. Um, my hair, ever since I was a wee lad of 12, every so often falls out. This is called alopecia, and it's an autoimmune thing, and it can be triggered by all kinds of things. Mine, we think, is triggered by anxiety, although I don't tend to be anxious when it happens anymore. So that kind of shoots that theory all to hell. So, anyways, whenever my hair falls out, you'll note that I think the last time I was on here, I had sideburns and like a beard and looked pretty um, skeezy isn't the word I'm looking for, but that kind of works. Sketchy. Sketchy is a good word for it. So, anyways, um, yesterday, or the day before yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I had a full head of hair that well, other than the bald spot, but I could still comb it over. Um, my hair was like that long, and I was slicking it back, and it made me feel absolutely fantastic. Because I think I could be a greaser, or I would have been a greaser, if I'd been alive when the greasers were. So now I look like I just joined the fucking army. And yes, that's the bald spot. So it was getting close to being hard to hide. Um, it's an old game. Um, I've been doing this now for 15 years. My hair grows in nice and long and thick, and then it falls out. And sometimes it falls out when it's short, but I never really have it short unless it's falling out. So I shave it down nice and low because, well, it looks less weird like this when it's this thick as opposed to, like all over the place. Like when half the side of your head is like bald. And I remember it once came down, I looked like a monk from like the medieval times back when they like used to shave the top of their head like you do to a prisoner before you shock him full of a lot of electricity. How many minutes? 5 minutes. All right. So what we're going to do is we are going to play a song that I don't think YouTube's going to object to. We are going to play a song played live, which is one of the reasons why I don't think YouTube might pick it up. I could be wrong, and you might see this video where I'm. And if that's the case, then I'm just going to leave it up and quickly explain that my audio got deleted and that I did try to let you all know that I'm still alive, and that they just deleted the audio again a second time. And then at which point I'll never do this again. But the whole reason of doing this is if I do it this way, it doesn't take like 5 hours to upload a fucking video. So, yeah, my internet, not so good. So, we're going to hit play and we're going to turn it down so you can still hear me talk. Not that you really care. In case you haven't noticed, I'm in a fairly decent mood today. Um, I just had a nap. I didn't mean to. I was actually talking to friends when I fell asleep. Yes, internet friends. Friends on the internet. Really? You think? No? Bad? Not good? But you know, if you talk to them in a video chat room uh, weekly for a couple of years, they become pretty good friends. I've even met people from the internet, and you know what? They become very good friends. So this whole idea, like the internet, we don't still you can't have friends off the internet. Well, that worked really cool like 10 years ago, before you could really do shit like this. Um, because my idea is basically if you can see someone and communicate with somebody this way, this ain't too much different than hanging out with them in person. I mean, yes, they could be lying and they could have an axe or they could be completely naked. I am completely naked, by the way, but I am under a sheet, so who cares? I am in bed, so it's all good. And these are more motorcycles. We're in a different room, and that's Cary Grant. How queer. Anyways, um, next to my father, I think. Anyways, hmm yeah, that's he's not up there for the whole, I'm in love with Cary Grant thing. I'm really not. Steve McQueen maybe, but not Cary Grant. Did you know that Steve McQueen's grandson is now acting in like a teeny chick flick vampire show? Um, would have been nicer, if you gave him like a shotgun and he went around the Wild West and like hunted people down. That would have been very, but it's still fucking Steve McQueen's grandson who's named Steve McQueen. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Anyways, I'm a big Steve McQueen fan. Not even from the hey, I wish I could sleep with him kind of thing, because he was pretty old and I was pretty young. It was more kind of like a hero worship thing. Like, he was dead before I was born, so you like by the time I got to know him, I was like 8 and he was like 50, and that would be weird. Anyways, so yeah, well, not 50. He died when he was 50, but like 40s, early 40s. Great escape time kind of thing. Anyways, we're shutting up now about that because that's weird. Anyways, we're not selling the house. We were trying to sell the house, but we decided what the fuck, we can afford to stay. Why sell it for 200 grand, less than it's worth, simply to keep up with the housing market, to buy a house for $250,000 and then live in it as a two family when the basement of this house is like 1,300 square feet and I can have the whole fucking thing, and then I'm in my own fucking apartment, and well, not yet, doesn't have a kitchen or a dining room yet, but it's a real house. Um, we bought it when Dad was still alive. So anyways, I now have an apartment again, and I'm happy as a pig in shit. Um, to use such nice, gentleman-like euphemism, or whatever word is. I'm tired. It's 3:30 in the morning. Anyways, so I have in the room behind this wall is going to be a parlor and a TV room, right? And it's finished wood floors. It's nice to have wood floors again. And then this, which was the TV room, see, gigantic old tube style television set. And then over here, getting dizzy yet, we have two doors and Steve McQueen. And on this side, we have a walk-in cedar closet because this house was built by really cool people. Actually, it's yeah, this side's the cedar closet. It's reversed. You know, the screen is reversed. And then over here used to be a kitchen, but we tore that out, and it's now storage. So I have French doors down here. So there's an unfinished room that's like you're not going to hear any of this song. And oh God, I've been going on for 10 minutes. Anyways, so you're not going to hear any of this song. I'm not going to get the smoke, but that's good because it means the audio probably won't get deleted. Um, so there's a room over there that used to be a metal shop. It used to have two lathes, a milling machine, a shaper, power hacksaw, a Delta tool post grinder, which we were in the process of restoring. My father built steam engines. I tried to build a steam engine, and then I started failing high school, and they took my lathe away, um, which should have been a fairly motivating thing, but I couldn't really help it at the time. So, like, the, whatever. So, anyways, there's castings in there, but the metal shop's gone because I moved to Phoenix and I didn't think I was coming back, and Dad was dead. So I sold the metal shop to a friend. So now it's just a 470 square foot room with a small furnace in it, and a water heater and steam pipes hanging from the ceiling. Because like, if you were to look up there, you would see that we have radiators in the basement that hang from the ceiling. And that's actually really cool because they're in specific parts of the house, like underneath where you would cook, there is a radiator hanging from the ceiling in the basement, which means your feet are warm while you're cooking. And that one happens to be under the front entry. So, like when you come in, well, the back door, but like the main entry that people used back in the day in the 20s when this house was built. So, when you came in, if you had snow on your feet in the wintertime, it would melt because the floor was warm. And then over there, we have a fake fireplace in the living room. It's a marble fireplace, um, and there is no chimney. I mean, there's a chimney on the outside of the house, but it has nothing in it. So, anyways, there's a radiator underneath it, which would be a way for the hearth to be warm. This is kind of hilarious, but a way for the hearth to be warm and I can't see how much longer I have. So, ooh, wow. Hey, all right, we only have 2 minutes left. Do we really? Wait a minute. It says I can go on. I mean, the little thing's only. Can I like talk for 20 minutes now? Seriously? How long can I keep going for? I have no idea. Anyways, so we're just going to keep talking, and we'll talk until about 15 minutes, and then we're going to put music on, and we're going to smoke, and hopefully they won't pick up on it. But the song is Maggot Brain by Funkadelic, and it's live. And it's a song from the late 70s that had George Clinton on the guitar and somebody else who I cannot remember the name of because I mostly don't listen to George Clinton music, but I love this song. So, anyways, and we're going to smoke. And we're going to smoke this pipe, and you've seen it before. And actually, no, we'll smoke a pipe you've never seen before, and that is this one. And this is a lovely, lovely pipe that I got from the Owl Shop in Worcester, and it's a fantastic pipe. And I would talk about motorcycles, but we're really almost out of time as far as the 15 minutes is concerned. So, assuming that it's going to cut off in the next 30 seconds, it has been fun talking to you again. I'm sorry I didn't reply to the people who wrote me about the pain video. My hands hurt a lot, and I really suck at talking about stuff like that in type. So thank you very much. I'm going to put music on now, assuming this continues. And if it does, wow, that would be pretty cool. So, anyways, uh, cheers.